Welcome everyone to the Experience Point. Today we're talking about Destiny. God damn you. The reason we're bringing up Destiny today is because, as many well-informed gamers well know, the Taken King is coming out. Now, in case any of you are not familiar with my opinions about Destiny, it is really tough for me to even go over how I feel about Destiny. It's a window into being bipolar because I fucking hate Destiny, but there's something about it that speaks to me. I love science fiction fantasy epics, and that's exactly what that is. And the Guardians are so freaking cool looking, and it's such a great first-person shooter. There's so many good things about Destiny. I can't believe how much disdain I had for it. I don't like the business practices of Activision and Bungie. I don't like the grinding, the constant grinding, and the repeating over and over and over the same areas over and over and over and over and over, and the random loot generator. And it's just it's a gaming slot machine, as GameSpot pointed out. Check that episode out. It's called The Point. You can go back a while just to give a little shout out. I want to make sure I source any material I use like that. Hi, Daniel Dwyer, if you're out there. Anyway, so that's kind of the crux of the situation. These two tectonic plates of gaming, of how much I hate and really kind of don't want to hate on Destiny. It's a tough decision because now they're bringing things back, and the number one sort of source for their energy seems to be now, and they're targeting players like me who got to level 20, didn't want to go through the grind, hated the light leveling system. Where your equipment now decides your level, and hope you get a good one. And if you don't like the helmet, it's got more light, I guess you have to keep that one. Too bad. I like that other one, and it's worse stats, but it's got more light. Fuck you guys. Just have to play another 10 hours of the same 3 maps over and over and over, and it just pisses me off. So Taken King is directly aimed at players like myself who are looking to. They're trying to get us back in. The storyline was so disappointing. Here they are. They've restructured the story apparently, and they've added more contextualization, and they've added in more abilities to use your ghost to scan the environment and learn about the storyline. And they're refitting cutscenes, and you can have more bounties, and there's all these things, all the complaints that I had. They're kind of coming back and fixing. So the question is, do you spend $40 more to possibly fix a game that you want to love, or should they have just got it right the first place, and do you just say, nope, too late, year too late, I'm out, I have other money, there's other games I want to buy, too bad. And that's the tough decision. So that's where we're sitting. That's the kind of the main thing. So I want to hear from you guys. What is it? What are you going to do? So let's go over some of what Destiny has to offer, and check out, we'll see. Here's the newest trailer. Now, I love them. I'm a big fan of Led Zeppelin, so this trailer was pretty badass.
All actions have consequences, and ours have angered a god.
Hey, mama said the way you move won't make you sweat, won't make you groove.
He smells the blood of his son on our hands.
Hey, baby, oh, baby, pretty baby, gotta get to do it now.
And now, the Taken King comes for us all.
Oh, yeah.
Get Destiny the Taken King and the complete Destiny adventure in the Legendary Edition. Rated T for Teen.
Nolan North. I listened to Nolan North as Ghost compared to Dinklage. I didn't hear a huge difference. It's definitely different. The tone and pitch is different. But as for as big as an impact that they're trying to say it makes, I mean, I only saw some split scenes of it. I don't know. He sounds like a robot. Wasn't that much different. So maybe we need to see it within the context of playing a game. What do you guys think? Do you guys like Nolan North? Are you fans of Nolan North? I mean, I love Nolan North. Don't get me wrong. Uncharted. I didn't mean that. Uncharted and Last of Us, and he's in everything. Assassin's Creed. He's in just about every game out there. He's kind of Nolan North and Troy Baker. But maybe we just need to see what it is. That point A. I'm going to throw that one on the side of doesn't matter. Not going to convince me to play it. So there's one.
And there's a green one right here. You want it? I don't know. No, the green cube. There you go. Oh, I guess you can't get it. I got it. Oh. Oh, you're dead. Where is he? Alright. Maybe. Uh-oh.
So what does recontextualizing the story mean? I'd like to understand a little more. I've been reading up on this. So I guess they're adjusting cutscenes, they're adding more content apparently to the story, and they're making it to where it's going to fit the new Taken King dialogue story and writing and script and everything, where they come in and the king of the Taken are coming back. I just hope there's more context. These art direction in this game is so beautiful and original, and I didn't know anything about anything from the world. You have to go to use those grimoire cards, and I wasn't interested in reading outside material. I want the game to help fill in those blanks for me. You have to earn outside material. You know, I'll read Elder Scrolls. I'll read stuff about Elder Scrolls or Mass Effect because the game created enough foundation for me to love the story. But as story being probably my number one most important thing for a game that has a story, if it makes any sense, because games have stories. Obviously, you know, Madden doesn't have a story, but so it's not the pure thing you can only judge a game on. But if you're going to say, hey, we're building a world, I expect a great story. Destiny failed miserably at that on year one. They're saying they're coming around. Those cutscenes look amazing. I will say that. I really hope they do add more, and it is intriguing me that they're actually going, not only are they just saying, hey, we're going to do better from now on, we're actually going to go back and we're going to add some upgrades and add some things that make it more impactful. Now, it hasn't been overly specific about it, so that's something I'm curious to see. I'm going to grab that as point number 2. I'm going to put that in my interested bin. That goes over. Makes me want to play Destiny again. So that's number 2. Numero 3. Big one. This is a huge one. So, for those of you that stopped at the 20 area, I think I got to 23, and I was just like, fuck this, man. I'm done with this game. They threw that out, the whole light leveling. So now, because you just get a piece of gear, it would have, so your gloves would be, let's say they offered, I'm going to go simple here, I'm not going to go into all the different stats. Let's say they offer, I don't know, 40 protection or whatever, 40 armor, I don't know. They would have a light level of like 5. I remember I got a gauntlets that had a light level of like 6 or 7 or higher, or whatever the numbers were, I don't know. They were higher light level, but worse armor, and I had to put them on because I wanted to level up. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? This is terrible. And I didn't like the way they looked. Just made me angry. And it was just one of those things where it's like, well, that's the point of the game. You just have to keep playing. And so just keep going and doing the same thing over and over. So that's been, the light system is still there. It's been completely reworked into, they're saying now, okay, those gloves will still have a light level, but that goes to your overall power. So you can have 2 level 20s, 2 characters level 20, but one might have an advantage over the other depending on what kind of light level. So it just adds an extra dimension to armor that you get, and that way it's not punishing you for not deciding to go with a higher light level because maybe you want the armor that has a little bit higher protection with lower light level, but maybe it helps with your super if you have the higher light level. So now you're kind of creating a strategy to the armor that you're putting on. That's cool, but you can still go out, fight enemies, team up with your buddies, go fight in the Crucible or just on patrol or bounties or story or whatever you want to do, and you'll still level up regularly with experience points. God, thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. How did you not do that in the first place? I don't understand. Well, we gotta be original, guys. We gotta be original. I guess that's what it is. We gotta just change it up. It was a disaster, and they're fixing it. So that's one of the main things that they're aiming at us, people who left, who abandoned ship early. So that's a big deal for me. Point number 3 goes in the I'm interested bin. So we got 2 to 1 for playing Taken King, paying $40 to play that game. So we got 2 more. So number 4, Vanguard Points, and the different groups. You had the Vanguard Points for doing single player, and then Crucible marks, not points, marks. Vanguard marks. They got rid of those, which is just so great because I wanted to be able to participate in multiple things, but I didn't want, Crucible was fun, but I don't really like playing it with my buddies, on my team or whatnot. I'm not the best first-person shooter player, I'll just be honest, and so I kind of get my ass kicked. I can get on hot streaks and just really dominate, but not on a consistent level like a lot of people out there are just really great at, first-person shooters. It's not me. So it was really cool to see that now all those Crucible marks and Vanguard marks are now just legendary marks, and you don't have to play Crucible, and you don't have to play story, and you don't it opens up the game a little bit more and it makes it more amiable to be a player. It's not shoehorning you into forcing you to, well, if you want this stuff, you're gonna have to play Crucible. Sorry. Guess you're screwed. Or opposite, if you just want to play the online multiplayer with your buddies and you don't necessarily want to go, maybe you have time for a couple online matches. You want to be able to do well, but you don't have Vanguard points, so you're screwed in the Vanguard area. So that's been thrown away. And I love it. I think it's a great idea. And I'll play both still. But it's just nice to know that I'll get the same reputation for doing both, because that makes more sense anyways. And it's going to make progression easier, and it's going to make progression a little faster, and it's going to make progression feel better. So really love that move by Bungie. So hopefully that will work out. All right, so there's point number 4. So we're 3 to 1 now to play Destiny. So we'll see what's obviously now, no matter what, it seems like there's going to be more points in the pro column, but let's go see what number 5 is. So number 5 is tough. It's nothing new. And it's still, for me, it's what is at the core of Destiny. And it worries me because at the end of the day, they're going to add all this content. But the only thing that will keep me playing this game, I would think, is if everyone else is playing it. And I think I can get back into it. I'm going to start from scratch if I do play. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to delete my old character, start number 1, go through the story and play with friends, and I just want a fresh start. But at the end of the day, they're not going to it's not like Destiny was not a success. It just wasn't what everyone thought it was going to be. That's the problem with it. It just didn't live up to its expectations that it built for itself. You know, the whole Reddit article about how there, you know, was clearly more story, and now we have this lawsuit between Marty O'Donnell, the composer for the music, and Bungie and actor. It's just crazy, and all these things that are coming out with that about how it's like the story was completely reworked and there was supposed to be more story. That's really crazy. I've never. So it makes me wonder really what happened, what went on, what caused all these changes. So it was an absolute disaster, but only to me and other people who had a certain group of expectations for it. Most of ZeroHp felt the same way about Destiny and stopped playing about a month, maybe a little bit more later. I remember October. It came out September 9th last year, and I played into like mid-October, and it just got burnt out. So will we still get burnt out? Because everything they're doing is helping to extend the experience and make things feel fresher, and I think it's going to work. So let's say I played for a month and a half. So what does that mean now? I'm going to play for 3 or 4 months. Does it mean I'll always pick it up every now and then? Is it going to be enough for me to come back and be like, okay, you know, it's been a few weeks, but I'm going to play some Destiny? That worries me. Now, $40 to me is worth it. You know, when you buy a game or buy a DLC, it's a vote in the gaming market. That's why I always buy like From Software games. I've never beaten Dark Souls or Bloodborne. I've gotten really far into Bloodborne. I'm planning on beating it. And I've put dozens of hours into Dark Souls games. I love them. And I want more of them because they're rare, they're unique, and they're different, and they're just amazing games. Even if I'm not very good at them and I don't beat them. I keep buying them because if I buy them, that's a sale, and a sale gets marked down as, okay, they like it. They want to keep having it. That's why I don't buy Call of Duty anymore. You know, the original few Call of Duties were fantastic. I bought all the World War II ones, and I bought Modern Warfare 2, or 1, you know, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. And those were good games. But after a while, it's like, okay, you guys are just, now I'm done, you know. So I just stopped buying them, and I don't vote for that game anymore. That's how I look at it. So $40 to Taken King is a vote for, I like what you're doing. And I do. I like that they're just plain out admitting all of the stuff that they fucked up. That's great. You know, you don't see that very often. And so I really appreciate that. And so I'm thinking about doing that just to support them, saying, keep making these kind of changes. Keep going in this direction creatively. And I will support you. And so I'm thinking about doing that. You know, I'm thinking about supporting them. But still, at the end of the day, it's still Destiny. And you're still going to have to do strikes over again in the same areas. You're still going to have to do bounties in the same areas. There's still going to be patrols in the same areas. They're going to add one area. It's going to be a huge map, another big map. But is it enough? I don't know. To be completely honest, I don't know. And so I'm going to put that in my no bin. But it's still 3-2. So my answer is yes. I will be purchasing the Taken King for $40 on September 15th. I'm gonna purchase it. Or at least near September 15th. I'm going to play on Xbox. I think everyone else who got rid of it might pick it up on Xbox, everyone being Kevin and Jimmy and a few of my friends. And if they are actually going to play it, if everyone's going to play, that'll be the big thing. If we can get a group of friends, but I think that's why it's so popular. There's a lot of groups that play together, and I never really quite grabbed that because I was on Xbox and everyone bought it on PlayStation. So if we can all get on Xbox Live and we can stick with this game, or at least, you know, maybe 5 to 10 hours a week after the initial rush of playing it, it's gone, then I would say it's a success. So I'm going to be picking up the Taken King and playing it. I will let you know what I think. I will create an experience point episode for an after video on Taken King, and we'll let you know. So there you have it, guys. We're playing Destiny. That's it. We're going to play it. We're going to do it. So I want to hear what you think. Obviously, those were my 5 different points of what I think, whether or not I should play Destiny. And I want to hear what you guys think. Are you going to play with me? You know, you want to get on Xbox Play? You can pick it up on your PlayStation. You're going to pull it off your shelf and pull the duff off the top of it and crack that baby open and reinstall it on your hard drive. Let me know what you're doing. So I appreciate everybody watching. Myself, I don't care if it's grammatically incorrect. I don't care. Samurai Jack, thank you for watching the Experience Point, and we will look forward to seeing you again here soon. Probably the next video I'm going to be doing will be a after video for Madden NFL 16 for my football friends out there. date of recording this is Friday the 11th. Moment of silence for September 11th. And, so this Sunday, which is the 13th, is the opening day. Well, I mean, Thursday was opening, but, Sunday is the day. So I wish all your teams well, unless you're the St. Louis Rams. I hope you do terribly. But other than that, I wish your teams well in the opener if you're an NFL fan. If not, you'll probably just be playing games or something, I would assume, if you're watching this. So I wish you all well, and we'll see you next time on The Experience Point. Thanks so much, guys.